Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel and tap the notification bell. I'd appreciate it majorly. So, I saw this story. It's the leading story over at Daily Mail. And, it's definitely interesting. I'm not exactly sure what to make of it. And they're pulling it from The Spectator, which I never heard of before. I'm just checking out. It seems to be a British magazine owned by the Daily Telegraph. Definitely right-leaning. So I'm not sure where it's coming from, because I think they typically would be defending Trump. So, in here, it claims that there's 7 whistleblowers, okay? And I don't know. The main point of the story is that, and this is obviously all allegedly, that Jared Kushner basically gave the green light to MBS to go ahead and arrest Khashoggi, if that's how you pronounce his name, the Washington Post journalist who was, originally born in Saudi Arabia, was a member of the royal family, etc., who was dismembered, etc. Everyone knows about that. So, but according to this article, among other things, that Jared Kushner had given MBS, who apparently he has a pretty friendly relationship with, the go-ahead to do that. And not only that, but according to this, and I think they claim to have multiple sources. I don't know if they're saying they know the identities of these 7 whistleblowers. We know basically, generally, who 4 of them are. Goodness. That Erdogan, the president or prime minister, I'm not sure which they have, of Turkey, knew this because they actually they intercepted the call between Jared Kushner and Mohammed bin Salman, and they used this to their advantage to basically, as leverage against Trump, to get him to pull out of Syria and to roll over. That's the way it's characterized in this article. It's pretty crazy. And, this article also claims that the House Intelligence Committee is aware of this. And, that Adam Schiff is aware of this and, I think wants to speak to these other persons. I mean, who are these 7 people? Even just forget their identities, but generally speaking, who they are. When I don't think they're not 7 actual whistleblowers. I think this thing Cockburn, which I believe is just a column or some sort of subsection of this magazine, the British, The Spectator. I think that's just a cute title because some of the persons that are identified as whistleblowers don't have actual official whistleblower status, anyways. So, but I mean, one of them is Vindman, another is Morrison. And the other is the CIA officer or the CIA person who's the original whistleblower. That person has official whistleblower status. Who, now says will answer Republicans' questions through his lawyers in writing. Under penalty of perjury. That's another story altogether. But so that's 3. 4 would be this person who basically is in this story. Is claiming to have knowledge that Jared Kushner allegedly gave the green light to Mohammed bin Salman to go ahead and arrest Khashoggi, who was later killed and dismembered and tortured, and that Erdogan. So that would be 4, that person who supposedly is claiming that. And then we don't know who the other 3 are. So that's pretty much the gist of this story. And it's very short. It's a very good, it will be linked in the description. You can, let me just quickly cruise through the meaty section of it. Specifically, the whistleblower is said to have concerns about what was said on the call about the president's son-in-law and advisor, Jared Kushner. Kushner himself is known to be to have a very close relationship with MBS. Cockburn has previously written that Kushner may have been what Cosmo would call an oversharer when it came to MBS. Unfortunately, it's claimed that what he was sharing with was American secrets. Information Kushner had requested from the CIA would allegedly be echoed back in U.S. intercepts of calls between members of the Saudi royal family. One source said this is why Kushner lost his intelligence clearances for a while, basically. And that's just sort of some background. They're saying that some information that Kushner had requested from CIA, they would pick up that same very information being talked about by members of the Saudi royal family, not involving Kushner, but it would mirror some of the same information they had just given to Kushner, leading them to believe that he had given them the information or shared it. So, but according to Cockburn's source about the 7 whistleblowers, there's more. It is that Kushner allegedly gave the green light to MBS to arrest the dissident journalist Jamal Khashoggi, who was later murdered and dismembered in the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. A second source tells Cockburn that this is true and adds a crucial twist to the story. This source claims that Turkish intelligence obtained an intercept of the call between Kushner and MBS, and President Erdogan used it to get Trump to roll over and pull American troops out of northern Syria before the Turks invaded. Cockburn hears that investigators for the House Intelligence Committee know this whole tale and the identities of some of the people telling it. Whether any of it is true is another matter, but Adam Schiff certainly seems to be smiling a lot these days. And how this would come into the the impeachment process, I don't know that it would, but it's definitely very interesting, and I really I don't know, I want to look into it more, but I kind of the format of the Spectator, and it's definitely right leaning. I mean, I was looking at it for sure. I mean, it has articles in here that I was surprised to see, even that there's no doubt it's right leaning, but interesting. And I mean, I'm a Republican, I basically land on the right, but that's the story there, dude. That is the story there. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.